Don't lose your license, save your license. Do the wise thing. Call Wiseman Lawyers today. 1300-947-352 or go to wisemanlawyers.com.au.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman and welcome back to Wiseman Lawyers Court Ride-Alongs, Toowoomba edition.
Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wiseman Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wiseman Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wiseman team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wiseman team at Wiseman Lawyers.
Once again, I'm Andrew Wiseman, owner and principal solicitor of Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated traffic law firm. As I say in every episode, all we do is Queensland traffic law, prevention and minimisation of loss of licence, and we only appear in courts in Queensland. That said, we literally do appear in every single court in Queensland. As you'll see from the images displaying on your screen now, we will and do literally go everywhere. As I said, the pictures on your screen now show where we've been in recent months. I'm going to Toowoomba today. I'm back at Cairns next week, Gladstone the following week, and as I said, you name it, doesn't matter how far and wide you are and your location is, we will go to any court in Queensland. Today, I'm, as I said, appearing at Toowoomba Magistrates Court. This is the first time you guys and girls get to see the newly supercharged Wiseman Lawyers Toyota 86. You'll note a dramatically different note to it to the previous episode at Maroochydore. Those who have seen all of the other episodes will note that the rest of them have been in hire cars because I've had to fly to various locations throughout Queensland. But as I said, back in the Toyota 86 today, and now it's got a supercharger. Alright, the young man who's engaged me today, he's been charged with low-range drink driving and driving whilst unlicensed. He's got a previous low-range drink driving in the last 5 years. As you may remember from previous episodes, if you've got a previous drink driving in the last 5 years, that makes you ineligible to apply for a work licence. There's two reasons why today's client can't apply for a work licence. The first being that previous in the last 5 years. The second being that he was spur suspended when he was booked. As I've already said in previous episodes, spur is an acronym for State Penalties Enforcement Registry. He got a ticket, thought he'd paid it, but obviously hadn't, and spur, in their goodness, suspended his licence. He never received notification of the suspension, so he was caught driving whilst on a spur suspended licence. You'll remember from the Normanton episode, that charge carries a maximum disqualification of 6 months, mandatory minimum 1 month. I am going to try and negotiate with the prosecutions to get it lowered to the base level unlicensed driving charge, unlicensed simpliciter. That's, for those of you who've seen the Normanton episode, that's what happened there. I made negotiations with the police to get that charge reduced to unlicensed simpliciter, and that's what I'm going to do today on the steps of court. So worst case scenario for that charge, 6 months. Best case as it stands now, 1 month, but I'm going to try and get the charge reduced and a fine only. The drink driving, because he's got a previous in the last, sorry, I've just got to give this cyclist the required 1 metre berth. There you go. Because he's got that previous in the last 5 years, maximum is 18 months. Best case scenario today is 3 months. So he's looking at a maximum for the two charges of 18 plus 6 being 2 years, and best case scenario of 3 plus 1 being 4 months. I've already said he can't get a work licence because of that previous drink driving, but even if he didn't have that previous drink driving, to be eligible to apply for a work licence, you must have been the holder of a valid licence at the time that you were charged with the offence, and given that he was first suspended at the time that he was charged, he wasn't the holder of a valid licence. So even if he didn't have that previous drink driving, he still wouldn't be eligible to apply for a work licence, given that he was first suspended when booked. So, as I said, worst case scenario today is 2 years. Technically, the best case scenario is 4 months. If I'm able to get the prosecutor to reduce the charge to unlicensed simpliciter, that'll make the best case scenario for that one a fine only, meaning that'll make our total best case scenario today 3 months. There are a couple of other legal, not tricks, but tactics I can attempt with regard to the drink driving. I'm not going to go into the details of that now, but if I am able to pull those tactics off, we may be able to get the best case scenario reduced further. But as I said, when I'm back in the car after court, I'll let you know what I did and whether or not that was successful to get the mandatory minimum reduced further again. But based on what I have to deal with at the moment, technically best case scenario 4 months, potentially 3 if I can get them to reduce that unlicensed, and yeah, I may be able to pull some legal gymnastics off to get it reduced further. But as I said, I'm not going to sit here and say I expect to get it, and I maintain that a mandatory minimum of 4 months would be an excellent outcome, given, as I said, his previous and the fact that he shouldn't have been driving in the first place, given he was unlicensed. Alright, I've just pulled into Hume Street now, so once I find a park, and there's one there, I'm going to head into court, and I'll let you know how I went afterwards. So, yep, I'll see you soon and let you know how we went.
Driving was real risky, but you did it and your license might be gone. Man, this be a problem, but Wiseman lawyers got you. I'm telling you they solve it. Don't let this nonsense stop you. License confiscated, ain't no laughing.
Tony of Ascot writes, I cannot express how deeply grateful I am to Mr. Wiseman for the confidence he instilled in me from our first phone conversation. His knowledge and experience in traffic law are second to none. Throughout the process, I was thoroughly impressed by my dealings with Andrew and his staff, and would, without doubt, recommend his professional services to anyone, be it a drink driving charge or any other loss of license issue. The Wiseman Lawyers team took all the stress away from me, allowing me to go about my daily duties, whilst they prepared everything necessary to achieve a successful court hearing and a fantastic outcome. The Wiseman Lawyers team have successfully lived up to their claim and got me back on the road again.
Don't even try self-representation. You're sure to get a lengthy disqualification. Wiseman will get your work license, get your hardship license, reppin' Queensland. Call them up, they really are amazing. If your license is saving,
job done. Client's very happy. Breaking the outcome down. With regard to the unlicensed driving, I was able to persuade the prosecutors to proceed with the base level unlicensed driving only, so unlicensed simpliciter. So that went from a worst case scenario of 6 months with a best case scenario of 4 months to a best case scenario of a fine only, and that's exactly what I achieved. I'll explain the fines a bit more in a moment. So for the unlicensed driving, there was no loss of licence. With regard to the drink driving, you'll remember that I said because he had a previous in the last 5 years, the mandatory minimum was 3 months, but for whatever reason that previous wasn't presented to the court. I can't explain why, and for that reason the mandatory minimum became 1 month, and that's exactly what the magistrate gave him. So he received a total 1 month disqualification and a combined fine of $700. So $700 combined for the two charges. Obviously he'll have to pay the offender levy that I mentioned during the Normanton episode. It's $110, so you're looking at $810. So yeah, in a nutshell, $810 in fines and court fees, 1 month disqualification. That 1 month started from today's date, and obviously finishes a month from today. All right, that's me done in Toowoomba. Heading back to Brisbane now to get ready for court tomorrow. I've got a job next week back at Cairns. We've got quite a few Cairns jobs coming up at the moment. I'm not going to film another episode there because I've already done one recently at Cairns, which is on the YouTube page if you wish to view it. But we do have one coming up at Gladstone, so unless we get another matter coming up at a location prior to then, Gladstone will be the next episode. We've got another job at Blackwater. You'll see from the images at the beginning of the show that I was at Blackwater not that long ago, but that was prior to us making these web shows. So there will be a December episode filmed at Blackwater. But yeah, I'll see you again soon at Gladstone, and until then, thanks for watching and take care.
Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wiseman Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing.